Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning to you and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Friday wherever you're joining us from today. Glad as always that we're here together again for another story. And you know what? Rounding off another week of exciting stories. Thank you so much for joining in, and I am glad that we're here together. As you know, when you see the moves, you know it's Friday. I hope that you're dancing along wherever you are as well. Thank you so much for joining in. Yeah, let's crank up the volume one more time. We just can't wait till the hearing. Thank you so much for joining in and welcome. Thank you. Please let me know where you are. And we do have a wonderful book. We are all over the galaxy today. We are flying out in space and we are joining Interstellar Cinderella. This one coming to you from Deborah Underwood and Meg Hunt. Thank you so much for joining in, and I'm glad that you're here with us. Yes, this book is as beautiful as it looks. Thank you so much for joining in and welcome indeed. This one coming back to story time after a little while, but indeed we've had it here before and it is definitely a top pick here at story time. Thank you so much for joining in and welcome. If you have this copy, pull it out, get it from your shelf, bring it so we can read together. You can read along as we go through our story today. Thank you so much for joining in. Glad you are here indeed. Please, as always, let me know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for joining me this week. We've had some amazing books. And of course, yesterday we read Box. Henry Brown Mails Himself to Freedom, a powerful book indeed. And today we do have one a little more lighthearted, but indeed all important indeed. We here on Storytime, we want to go the whole course, different books that help us learn different things. And of course, indeed, books that allow us to reflect and become better citizens. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime and welcome today. I hope you're ready. Please gear up, buckle up, because we are flying Interstellar Cinderella. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome. Let us see this morning who is with us, ready to enjoy a wonderful story indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh, good to see you. How are you doing today? Bowden in sunny Vermont. Thank you so much for joining us. Glad you're here and you've been missing the Storytime family. Well, we've missed you, buddy, but we've seen Kristen. You've been up to big things. Congratulations with the exhibit. Loving what we're seeing. Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, it looks amazing. Congratulations on a job well done. Thank you indeed. And you say, happy to be here live today. Well, we're happy to have you here. Hugs to you. Bowden, good to see you here too, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime today. All the way out in Vermont, where it is nice and sunny today. Out here in Oakland, it is cloudy. But trust me, I feel most of the people out here today are enjoying the big win from the Golden State Warriors. So I don't think they'll be minding the clouds at all. Thank you so much for joining in. And I know to my Boston folks, tough luck, tough luck. Hopefully next year is better for you. Thank you so much for joining in and welcome to Story Time. Good morning to you, Amanda. How are you doing? And you say, hi, friends. Happy Friday indeed, baby. Bia, hugs to you. Thank you so much for joining in what feels like perpetually great Seattle. Oh, it did get sunny yesterday afternoon. I hope that you have more sunny days coming ahead. Thank you so much. As this is summer, thank you so much for joining in. Oh my goodness. And I hope that this book today, brings more cheer to you and maybe makes you forget a little bit of the gray that is outside right now. Thank you so much for joining in. Always love it when you're here. Thank you, Amanda, and of course, baby Bia. Hugs to you as well this morning. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Happy Friday to you. Marietta, good morning from cloudy Massachusetts. You say happy Friday, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. Well, have a lovely weekend yourself. Thank you so much for joining in and indeed for putting those positive vibes out into the community today. We love you right back. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, sending love to Henry. Good morning to you as well. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. If you're joining us later, please enjoy and sending you love. Thank you for being here. Good morning, also in Washington. How are you doing today? Ali, Amin, and Jessica. Good to see you here on Story Time. Always a pleasure to be here together. I hope you're ready for a cosmic flight as we go Interstellar Cinderella. This one coming to you from Deborah Underwood and Meg Hunt. And of course, we're reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big good morning to you and welcome, welcome. Ali Amin and Jessica, thank you so much for being here on Story Time. Oh, yay! 20 degrees cooler than yesterday. Woo, take that. St. Louis, thank you so much for joining in. Sarah and Nathan, and of course, Amanda West. I hope that you are having a blast out there in St. Louis. Thank you so much for joining in. And yes, appreciate you all. Thank you indeed. In fact, I was watching a game show I think yesterday, and they did show one of the clues was the arch, the St. Louis Arch. And so I definitely thought of you guys when I saw that. And that was the question was which US city has this feature or something like that. And actually it was frustrating for me because it was, like it's one of those times something on a game show, you're like, I know it. But the people that were the participants did not know actually, so it was one of those just like, come on, St. Louis. But yeah, so thought of you guys with that yesterday. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan. Enjoy the cooler weather. Thank you so much for joining us today. Good morning to you all. Chrissy, very, very welcome indeed. Thank you for sharing what you're doing. It's just lovely to see it out here. Not all of us can be there in time, but it's so good to see all the amazing work that you're doing. Yes, juggling it all. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Please get comfortable, get cozy, as we'll be getting started with our story very, very shortly. Join me on the other side of this short message, and we'll be ready for our story for today, Interstellar Cinderella. Thank you so much for joining in today, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hi, friends. My name is Christy, and I am the author of A Heart in the Sand, also known as Un Corazón en la Arena. Now, this bilingual book is about tesoros, or treasures. And something that I treasure is my friendship with Mr. Lumada. So I have a challenge for you. Share this story time with someone who you treasure, and we can all spread the literary love.
Thank you so much. Thank you indeed. If you have not checked out A Heart in the Sand, please do. It is a wonderful book indeed. We've shared here on Story Time, so if you want to jog your memory, go back and check it out, and please do be able to support your local bookstores and ask for that book, or indeed ask for it at your local library. Thank you indeed, Chrissy. Absolutely appreciate you. All right, here we go. Today's story, Interstellar Cinderella, coming from one of Storytime's friends, Deborah Underwood. Lovely human being. appreciate you. Thank you so much for this amazing book. And of course, Meg Hunt, another one that we love so much here on Storytime. And of course, a big thank you to Chronicle Books of San Francisco for allowing us to share so many wonderful books here on Storytime. Yes, and just so you know too, there'll be more books coming to you from Penguin Random House as they've extended their permissions until December 31st. So more stories to come here to Storytime from Penguin Random House. All right, here we go. Interstellar Cinderella. Interstellar Cinderella by Deborah Underwood, illustrated by Meg Hunt, read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Once upon a planetoid, amid her twos and sprockets, a girl named Cinderella dreamed of fixing fancy rockets. Oh. Once upon a planetoid, amid her twos and sprockets, a girl named Cinderella dreamed of fixing fancy rockets. Yes, dream big. She fixed the robot dishwashers and Zoom brooms in her care. But late each night, she snuck away to study ship repair. One day, her wicked stepsisters came dashing in, excited. The Prince's Royal Space Parade! Our family's invited! I wish that you could come, my dear. Alas, no room. Although, why don't you fix that broken ship and fly to the show? Wicked stepsisters, wicked stepmother. What will Cinderella do? Will she miss the parade? My toolbox, Cinderella cried. We're stranded here, I guess. Oh, no. But Murgatroyd, the mouse, sent out a cosmic SOS. Will that work? I am here, your fairy god Robert. I will make you brand new tools. I will make you brand new tools. You will need a spacesuit too, of course. Atomic blue with jaws. Oh, wow. This power gem will speed your ship across the starry sky. It only lasts till midnight. After that, your ship won't fly. Oh. Okay, thank you, Cinderella said. She quickly fixed the rocket, then tacked the sonic socket wrench inside her spacesuit pocket. Oh. Yay. Thank you, Megatroid. Thank you, God Robert. She zoomed past stars and nebulae and parked beside a moon. The space parade was glorious. Each starship made her swoon. At last, the royal ship approached. Her heart was filled with yearning, the ship of Cinderella's dreams. But heavens, what was burning? Something's burning. What is it? The prince's spaceship jerked and hissed and spewed a cloud of grit. The prince hopped out. Oh, blast, what now? My chief mechanic quit. What am I going to do? But Interstellar Cinderella knew just what to do. She zip-zapped with a socket wrench. The ship was as good as new. Oh. Yay! Interstellar Cinderella to the rescue. The prince invited her aboard. Last stop, Galactic Hall. He said, I hope you join me for the gravity-free ball. Oh. They talked for hours of rocket ships. The time went wheezing by. Then Cinderella saw the clock and said, I have to fly. But wait, the prince called after her. Please tell me how to find. But the girl was gone. But she had left her socket wrench behind. Will she be found? The prince sent a transmission to the farthest edge of space. I will search the cosmos for her. How I wish I had seen her face. But the girl was gone. Interstellar Cinderella was gone in a flash. The prince's ship, Priscilla screeched. Her sister squealed in fear. The prince won't marry one of us if Cinderella's here. The mother said, don't worry. He won't find her in this house. I've trapped her in the attic with that useless robot mouse. The prince's cargo door revealed a broken craft within. The girl I see can fix a ship. So, who would like to begin? Look at their faces. Look at that. The girl I seek can fix a ship. So, who would like to begin? He gave the sonic socket wrench to one, then to the other. Alas, they couldn't fix the ship, and neither could their mother. What will happen next? Cinderella struggled, but the space rope held her tight, till Megatoid's robotic teeth cut through it with one bite. The ship, it's leaving! Wait! What's this? She made a fast repair, then strapped the rusty jetpack on and blasted through the air. Oh my, what an escape! She landed right beside the prince. The wrench is mine, she cried. She quickly fixed the ailing ship. The prince said, be my bride. She thought this over carefully. Her family watched in panic. I am far too young for marriage, but I will be your chief mechanic. Yay. I am far too young for marriage, but I will be your chief mechanic. I love that. Amid her fleet of sparkling ships and friends, both old and new, a joyful Cinderella cried, my stars, dreams do come true. They do indeed. Oh. And that is the end of our story, Interstellar Cinderella. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Glad we were here together for this fantastic book indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. Coming to you from Deborah Underwood and Meg Hunt, and of course Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And a big thank you, of course, to all of them for allowing us to share this lovely book right here on Story Time. I hope you enjoyed that cosmic ride, and indeed lots of laughter from that one. Thank you for being here. And if you like Interstellar Cinderella, please do check out Reading Beauty as well, another beautiful one from Deborah, the same team, Deborah Underwood and Meg Hunt. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Glad we are here together. Happy Friday to you, and I hope that you have a lovely day. We know that it is 20 degrees cooler today in St. Louis. Much needed relief. Thank you so much for joining in. Out here in Oakland, cloudy, but it is also a good day. I know lots of celebrations going on out here in Oakland and in the Bay as the Golden State Warriors won the NBA championship. But thank you to all of you for joining in Storytime today. Always a pleasure to be here together. Please look out. More stories coming to Storytime next week, and possibly some interviews as well. Some authors coming back. Yes, Storytime is bringing back our guests. Will be coming back, and I'm excited for that. So please do look out this weekend, see what's coming. And of course, we know that Monday is Juneteenth. Yes, big celebrations coming up, and we'll see what we'll be doing here at Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in, and I hope that you have a lovely, lovely Friday, a lovely weekend. And if wherever you are, this is a federal holiday now, so I hope that you have a lovely 3-day weekend. Thank you so much for joining in, and wherever you are, wherever you're joining us from, I wish you nothing but the very best. I wish you the best of love, the best of laughter, and indeed just enjoying family with your loved one, time with your loved ones. Thank you for being here on Storytime. Absolutely love it being here together. Thank you so much for joining in. How are you doing, April Booker? Good to see you. Hope your summer break has started. Hope it's going well. Good morning from Orange County, California. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, Lindley, how are you doing today? Thank you for being here in April, watching while everyone else sleeps. Well, thank you so much for joining in. Do tell them to catch the next one at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you're having a wonderful summer. I am having a great summer so far. Still in summer school, but it is still great. Half days, I'm out midday, so it is feeling good indeed. Thank you so much for joining in, and for asking. Thank you. Good to see you here, April and Lindley, and we hope that everybody else is okay too. Jamison, sending you love as well. Thank you indeed. Oh my goodness, good to see you here live on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you one more time, Amanda. You say, what a fun and colorful book. We need all of those colors today here while sending them to you, and we're glad that Storytime could bring a glimpse of that color today. Thank you so much. Wishing all the gray away. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope that indeed the sun does come out for you, Amanda. Thank you so much. Or indeed that you do find some time to be outside today. Thank you for joining in. Thank you indeed. Ali Amin would like to visit you one day. Storytime, thank you, and have a good weekend. Well, that will be awesome. But you know what, too? What's happening, Ali Amin? Look out. Storytime may be coming to your area very, very soon. So keep your ears open. Stay tuned. And yes, fingers crossed, everything crossed. Who knows where Storytime goes next? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. If you're ever in Oakland or the Bay Area, please do let me know that you are here. And indeed, it will be a pleasure to see you all. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I absolutely appreciate the time that we spent together. And I hope that you have a lovely, lovely day today. And yeah, thank you for being here. This has been Storytime for today. We were flying Interstellar Cinderella, and this one from Deborah Underwood and Meg Hunt, and Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Please catch us next week for more exciting stories on Storytime. But of course, if you missed Storytime over the weekend, please do go to our archives at our YouTube, Facebook, as well as storytimewithmrlimada.com, and get to enjoy lovely stories. And indeed, if you have the book at home, read along and find these books where you find books. Local libraries are always a good place to start. Go to your local library. If they don't have the book that you want, ask them to get it so you can find it next time and let you know when it has arrived. Thank you so much for being here. Much love from me, and I will see you again on Monday for more Storytime. Thank you for being here, and this has been Storytime. Oh my goodness, always a pleasure to be here with you. Bye-bye.
I just can't wait to be here. Read me all of the stories, some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Read Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be